Office politics are a common byproduct of poor communication. It is caused by the way in which we decode and receive messages communicated by our peers through verbal and nonverbal cues. Have you ever had a disagreement with a colleague? What was it about? Was it a simple misunderstanding? Was it the result of built-up emotions? Where did the breakdown in communication occur? People spend nearly 70% of their working hours communicating, writing, reading, speaking, listening. 94% of communication is nonverbal, and our nonverbal communication has a far greater impact on the way people respond to us than our actual words do. If we consider that nonverbal communication transcends language barriers, then why do we still have disconnects in our interactions with others? Are nonverbal cues not universal? Do all individuals think and react the same way to the same things? Maybe not. Maybe your emotional language is different than your colleagues. And maybe the key to breaking down these barriers lies in understanding your colleague's emotional language and learning how to speak it. For example, if I were to communicate with my colleague who only spoke Chinese, we could probably manage it, but it would be awkward and sort of weird. Likewise, if I feel most loved and appreciated through physical touch, but Angela feels most appreciated through words of encouragement, it would be extremely awkward and weird for me to show her my appreciation by touching her. The 5 love languages of appreciation provide an understanding of why people-based problems occur. It is a great tool for conflict prevention and resolution. The 5 languages are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. This method of improving communication in the workplace has emerged with the popularity of the 5 Love Languages book series written by Gary Chapman. This approach for achieving breakthroughs in communication has been overlooked in the past because it is not an academic work. It is a feel-good, fluffy concept and may be unappealing to cynics. However, we are going to look at several specific examples in which the concept of speaking someone's language to show them appreciation can increase job satisfaction in the workplace. If words of affirmation is your primary language of appreciation, then actions may not speak louder than words. Unsolicited compliments may mean the world to you. Positive language gives you energy and purpose. Let's talk about Pam. Pam is an office secretary that periodically goes through phases of self-doubt. She gets value out of working at Dunder Mifflin, but also requires intrinsic motivation in the form of recognition.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we have to have it for the office. I mean, there's my window and there's my car. Is that your car?
Uh-huh.
That is our building. And we sell paper. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
What?
Do you have something in your pocket?
Chunky. Do you want to have?
No, thank you.
If quality time is your primary language of appreciation, nothing makes you feel more appreciated than sitting and talking with someone. Having someone's undivided attention is invaluable to you. Let's consider Toby. Toby is the HR manager at Dunder Mifflin and loves when people vent to him because he thinks it's the best way to resolve conflict. He craves acceptance and believes he will have achieved it when his colleagues just want to sit and talk with him. If receiving gifts is your primary language of appreciation, then you truly appreciate the thought that goes into the gifts you receive. If you speak this language, a gift is a strong gesture that shows just how much an individual cares for and appreciates you. Let's consider Michael, who sees gift receiving as the best way for someone to show they care about you, and the type of gift shows just how much. Although Michael focuses on the cost of a gift, the right gift, regardless of how much it costs, can show someone just how much you appreciate them.
Presents are the best way to show someone how much you care. It is like this tangible thing that you can point to and say, hey man, I love you, this many dollars worth.
If acts of service is your primary language of appreciation, then anything anyone does to help with your responsibilities will make you feel valued. Keeping your commitments is extremely important to the speaker of this language. And before engaging in an act of service, make sure you get your own work done so that you do not let your team down. Let's consider Dwight. Dwight is the assistant to the regional manager and truly values when people perform tasks for him.
Yesterday, I was dispatched to Jim and Pam's house to find Pam's iPod. I searched everywhere, but I didn't find it. What I did find was mold, and lots of it. So, I did what anyone would do. I read a book, had a bath, I got a good night's sleep, and made plans to eradicate it. I also made plans to ask Jim where he bought his marvelous sheets. Time to get to work.
What?
I couldn't find your iPod. Just give me a couple days.
If physical touch is your primary language of appreciation, then you respond positively to physical contact with others. A simple pat on the back or a squeeze of the shoulder helps reassure and comfort you while you are doing your work. There are not many individuals that have physical touch as their primary language of appreciation at Dunder Mifflin. We look at Gabe, however, who is in charge of the Scranton branch of Dunder Mifflin, and how he appreciates when he receives hugs or pats on the back or other forms of physical contact from his coworkers.
Oh, hey Gabe, I'm sorry. We didn't get you a cake or anything. We're gonna miss you.
Oh, well, I'm still the corporate liaison to the branch.
You are not leaving without giving me a hug. Ugh.
Okay, you know what? You don't need to make that sound.
I'm sorry, you were just a lot bonier than I thought you were gonna be.
There are plenty of people who love touching me. I'm a terrific hugger. I've been with a bunch of girls where that's basically all they want to do.
The idea of using the 5 languages of appreciation is to open up your communication channels in an organization. By speaking our colleagues' primary language of appreciation, we are communicating that we recognize and acknowledge their value to the team. Mutual appreciation in this circumstance is essential to creating an environment in which colleagues can communicate openly with each other in an organization, even if it's about a conflict. Implementing a concept like this would definitely have to start at the top of an organization. But creating a positive environment in which workers feel valued and appreciated is worth the effort in order to have worker satisfaction and retain valuable employees.